Sawadika, welcome, Chef Anna. Today I'm making pumpkin dessert or squash dessert. This is a kabocha pumpkin. It's one of those Asian grown pumpkin. It's a different texture from American pumpkin for sure. A little bit different. It's a little more gummier. Today I have this special ingredients that I like to share with you. This recipe here, it's been in my family. In fact, growing up watching grandma and great grandma make this dessert, this take me back to when I was a little girl, which at the time I don't pay attention to what adult be doing the cooking, right? But I remember tasting this dessert here was a special treat. And my great grandparents or my grandparents don't make this dessert because it's a nice treat. They make this only on like special occasion where it's a wedding or a Lent day, it's a Buddhist celebration day, New Year, engagements, what have you. Okay, it's not just making dessert in Cambodia. It's only customary for special holiday. That's all I remember. I don't remember my great grandparents will make dessert because we're being nice. Nothing like that. Okay. I always remember when there's a special holidays or gatherings and all that, and then I will see the dessert are being compromised. So, being little as I am, I think I remember going back about 6 or 7 years old. You know, the time where cooking is not my thing, but eating is my thing. So I remember the eating it, not making it, and I don't pay attention to how it's made. But until I got older, when I was living in the refugee camps, and I got to revisit with the memories of how my grandparents they used to do. You know, so easy. I have this kabocha squash or pumpkin, you call it. It looked like this, and typically we'll find this in the Asian grocery store. Okay, the American pros don't carry this kind of squash or pumpkins, and it tastes relatively to some of those squash, actually American squash. Mama. You know, I have all day when when I waited for my family to finish with their thing. They don't do it soon. So I'm starting my thing. They're starting the thing also. I'm sorry for the noise. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I promise you, when I get super rich one day, I will have my own studio. We'll deal with no disruptions. But for now, just bear with me, okay? Try not to be mean or anything like that. The kids are off school, so they'll be home. So you'll be seeing them popping in my videos here and there. You know, when you invite them to come into your video, they don't want it. But once you don't want them in there, but they sure want to be in there, one of those moments. But today, I waited until like everybody calmed down and got their food and got their drink so that I can start doing that. So if it's not the case, so I do apologize. Okay. So to do this, I would I use about a big size of a pie of this kabocha already, because I was making a filling for another type of dessert the other day, if you were here with me. So then I have this leftover that I wanted to put into good use. So I remember this recipe that my grandparents used to make them. So the process of this is I'm gonna grate this and mix with the if I remember correctly, I think they mix it with sweet rice flours. Sweet rice will give that real nice gummy textures. I may add some of the tapioca also, but I don't remember if there's tapioca in it, so we're just gonna be sticking with this kabocha pumpkins and then the sticky rice flowers, okay? I went ahead of you. I know that how sometimes you said one is taking too long cooking, making her food, and I agree with you. You know, because the length of the cooking will be about 3 to 4 hours, depending on what we are cooking. So I have my half cans of coconut milk. Okay, you're welcome to utilize any coconut milk. Okay, and I did 4 of this. This is the palm sugars. Okay, so it's 2 individual capsule, and to put them together. So I used 2 of this, so there'll be about it's because it's really condensed. So I would probably guessing that we're gonna use large, probably about a cup. You know, if I were to mix it, it would be about a cup, okay, of cane sugars. Or no, this is palm sugar. Palm sugar is where I'm growing up with. Okay, I mean back in the day, where we my bad, where we don't have the regular sugar that we do here in America. Okay, our sugar is either made from palms, from coconut, or from sugar canes itself. I remember when the season for making the sugar canes involving this big cooking pot or woks, and you know they stir. First they extract the pineapple, I mean the sugar canes. It take the whole village for the process of making the sugar canes, or either that, or they just go collect the honey from the dead wood. You know, where they would climb into the big mangrove trees way on the top of the canopy, just like huge honeycomb. You know, I remember when all the skilled villagers would go up on the big trees and will bring down the huge combs of honey, and then they will preserve it and put it in for the whole cooking supplies or for the needs. So in the day, we don't normally have typical sweetener like we do here. Okay, I don't know where the sweetener come alive from, but something that Americans or in a third world country invented. Okay. But in the olden day, we are growing up, learning, you know, everything is organics, everything is growing from the vineyards. No, I'm sorry, not vineyard, from the orchards and from the farms. Okay, I don't remember that we have to buy anything. The fish from the pond and the rivers, and then the fruit from the trees and coconut from the trees also. So it's just one of those memories that I remember. Okay, so I went ahead and went ahead of you because I know that you'd be nervous when I break this shell. Okay, so I went ahead and break the coconut shell for you already. So, you know, it's by force go boom a couple times and pop it open, and then we're grating this and put it into our dessert. Okay, and I'm just about a can and a half of the coconut here. So this is about, it's 13.5, 13 and a half ounce fluid ounce. So you can use a bigger can, or this is the 13 ounces. But I want to welcome all of you. Chef Vanna's cooking today. I love to be conversating with you and answer every questions, but I have to keep busy, so that way we're gonna get this done as quick. The longer I'm you know, the longer I'm here talking, the later this cooking will be done. You will say like, I'm leaving you, I'm not gonna stick forever with you. So before that, I wash and clean the kabocha very well, so it's no more residue. And this also, what I'll be doing is that I'm gonna grate this kabocha here. Okay, let me find my graters. I can use the regular coconut grater to see if it's gonna work. If it's not, then I have a better solution for it. Let me remove all my obstacle first. Well, the graters, if you have one like this, you are sweet. If you have one of this, you're also sweet. But either way, you're good, right? Either way, you're good. So what I'm gonna do next is to grate this baby here into serviceable size. I don't want it grated, but I want it, I mean, I don't want it mixed, I want it grated so that way it had that little streak of pumpkin, okay? Once it's mixed with the flour, still want to be able to taste the pumpkin, the squash. Okay. So this baby here, we use it to shred the coconut for the coconut. No, my bad. Shredded the papaya for the papaya salad. And if you're Asian, you know what I'm talking about. If you are new to this, welcome to the shredding world. So yes, get one of these from the Asian supermarket. Okay, it's very convenient, and you can shred anything but rocks. That's true. So I'm gonna shred this. I'm gonna go as quick as I can so that way you won't be falling asleep on me, okay? I promise that we're gonna get it done as usual. Take a couple hours for this baby. And we're gonna be steaming it. I have a steamer out and I have banana leaves. I'm soaking in the warm water. That way it'll be nice process and elastic, because fresh banana leaves is very breakable and crispy. So again, follow the ancient technique is to either sun dry until it withered, not crunchy, okay, just enough for it easily to handle. Or if there's sun out there, but I don't like the flies, so I went ahead and blanched it with blanch it in hot water, and I'm draining it right now, and I'll bring it out when we need it. Okay, so if I'm gonna use all of these, it's gonna be a lot of cakes, okay? I think, let me see how many cups I can get out of this, and how many of the wrap cakes that I can get out of this, because I think my mom would love this also. So if I make plenty of this, she would be happy in keeping it to herself and enjoying it. And I'm sure that will bring back memories with her parents. And thank you for the heart. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. You're such a sweetheart. And I'm also on, at the moment, I'm on two channels same time. I have TikTok going. I have 2 camera projecting. So I have TikToks and I also have YouTube channel going at the same time. Because a lot of my TikTok fans love my cooking also. They've been here watching and supporting me. And but I'm originated on YouTube. And I've been on YouTube over 2 years and been doing cooking. Started about 2 years ago and keep going strong, because I have supporters like you and make my channels grows. And I have not reached my millions view margin yet, but I know one day I will. I'm into like 200,000 viewers right now, about 270,000 viewers right now, and I have a lot of subscribers also. That's what I love about you guys, that it's just a great supporter, and I owe you guys so much for being such patron and great supporter. I appreciate and love you guys for that. That means a whole lot for me also. And another thing, for my TikTok, I'm doing TikTok for fun, but I'm doing more serious on YouTube, because that's where I'm originated. Okay, so also YouTube is my love station, and I love it there, because I started all these videos pre-recorded and editing and all that, because I got to do my own editing. My sweetheart, he got tired of helping shooting the videos and editing the video. Will take days to do that. So how he got smart was that he would teach me to do all these, and he said, okay honey, here you go, you got the tool, you got the knowledge, now you go do it yourself. Okay, I shall. So not only that, I know how to do my own videos. You know, I don't have cameramen, so my cameramen are young and restless. So when you ask them to do something, they'd be like, you know, looking around. My instead of videoing my tip, videoing my cooking, they'd be like videoing something that you out the wall. So then, and I have TriCast and my family who supporting me with it. We give me the light, give me the TriCast. A few other things that help my cooking life a little bit easier, you know, and sponsoring with the cooking ware and utensils and all this beautiful equipment that to help me on doing my cooking show. So I appreciate my family, my sweetheart, my friends who value my effort and my endeavor in my cooking, in my cooking life. Okay, so I appreciate them. But I appreciate you also because you're part of the instrumental to when you subscribe, when you click like and share and be on here. You're very instrumental in my cooking success. Okay, because I can't do this without an audience, and you are my great audience. You have my respect. That way I salute. Okay. And I love your continued support because I'm not gonna finish this. I'm not gonna stop from here. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna move forward, whether anybody hear from me or not. Okay, I'm look forward to the generation to come, where this cooking show will be valuable to the new generation who some of these recipes will die and people don't know what it is. You know, just like a lot of secret recipe will be locked in the vault somewhere underneath the earth. For what? Somebody could make rich out of it, right? So they got smart. So now do you see I had all this shredded kabocha. Okay? If you like me, I don't like to waste any kind of food, so that's what I'm trying to do right now. Get the last shred of my kabocha. And because it's not cheap though, it go by pound and it's like $3 or $4 per pound, and I'm not about to waste any part of it. Only the seeds. Mm-hmm. And I put the seed outside on one of the pot, and I think it's growing already, and it's not going to be fruits because the weather here in it is not going to support it. Okay, so I'm going to get just a little bit more. Let me see how many cups we have already. One. I have about 2 cups here. I will need about 5. Okay, because if I make this many, then nobody else get to eat it because my mom probably gonna grab all of it. So, but then with this kabocha here, you don't have to make dessert out of it. You can veg it up and then steam it. Okay, you steam it, add a little salt and get the flavor, and you can have this with your steak and or your fried chicken, what have you. Okay, I mean it work. It work. I mean, if you don't want dessert or sweet, you can do this by steaming it and just have it natural. That's what I do here because I love the kabocha. It's a little different than the regular pumpkin that you have for your for the Halloween. Okay, the Halloween pumpkin is excuse me. The Halloween pumpkin is a little bit different because we have it. It's salty. Okay, it doesn't have that gummy taste to it. It's not gummy, but it's I don't know. It's what do you call it? Gluten. Okay? It's sticky, a little stickier than the regular Halloween pumpkin, the yellow pumpkin. This is more like a squash. It has the texture of the squash. the long squash, the right one. I'm not gonna use all of it. I'm gonna use as much. I will have about 2 straight of this, so that I can steam this and have it with my meal. Okay. If I make too many of this cake, then I will have to find people to enjoy it, and it's also fun to make the dessert. Okay. Once this is done, we're gonna mix the flour and add this into it. And oh, another thing, I have to grate the coconut also. Okay, so I will say that I will have about 5 cups. Okay, we'll say 1, 2, 4 cup. Okay, 4 big cup. Okay, which is good. If I shred all this, I will get the 5 cups. Okay, but I wanted to steam this for my snack, for my own snack. Okay. The next thing I'll do, I'm gonna grate the coconut because we're gonna use coconut. Remember, I have this grater. I got this from the Filipino store. Okay, so they have this. So I was so happy to get it because it's just so wonderful to have it. Okay, so I got my coconut open up, so I'm gonna grate it because this is gonna go well into the cake. Okay, so just go gently. If you go hard, and then you have, if you go hard on it, you have these big pieces. If you go gentle, and you have this straight here. Okay, so it depends on the desire, because I wanted to get a well blending, because this is not a very, so the streak is this size, so I'm gonna try to get my coconut that size also. Okay, and this coconut right here would be so delicious. It would smell so awesome. Plus we're gonna be using the sugar, the palm sugar, because palm sugar had this beautiful aroma. It had this sweet aroma. It's unlike regular sugar here. Okay. Palm sugar is a lot harder to grow than cane sugars or sugar beet sugar. Okay, because America, I know that they grow sugar beet and turn them into, the sugar beet is almost like a yam, big yam. And when I lived in California, I used to drive through the sugar beet farms. And then instead of in the state of Hawaii, you know that they grow cane sugars to produce the pure cane sugars, and the cane sugar is a little bit expensive than the beet sugars. So it depends where. Most of the time when I do baking, cookies and cake, and I will use those kind of sugars. Okay, but for those who are diabetic, then the alternative for it, you can use sweet loaves or sweetener and whatever kind of sweet that's fit for your health, and you go and do them. Okay, because I'm here just to give you an ideas of starting your sweet. Okay, I love my accent. I know, right? I mean, accent is something that I cannot abolish or I cannot annihilate. I mean, it's inborn in me, because I speak 4 languages fluently. I speak Cambodian, my birth language, and I was born into Thai cultures, so multicultural. So I speak Thai, and I speak Thai Bangkok, and I speak a Conrad de Sima accent. So I speak 2 accents in Thai. In Cambodian, I speak Battambang accent, speak the way it's written. Yeah. And then I speak English. Of course, it took me a few years to learn English when I came as refugee. And in 1980, I was 17 years old at the time. So I've been here, 45 years now. And you add it up and you know how old I am now. Okay, 17 in 1980. and now it's 2025. Okay. So yeah, the story to that is that I spent 4 years in high school, graduated 21 and a half from high school, was the oldest kid to graduate. It didn't make me feel bad at all. I didn't know the school system and how old the kids in high school. I know that a lot of kids were younger than I am, but I didn't know. Heck, I stayed for the whole 4 years. But I got my high school diploma though. You know, I got my cap and gown and my senior picture. I walk and all that wonderful stuff. And yeah, from that time on, I went to 2-year college, and that's about it. I'm done with college. I thought about going back to Cambodia or Thailand to attend one of those dream university. You know, there's two university that I like to attend. One of my favorite university in Thailand is University of Ramkhamhaeng. It's probably expensive, but one day when I'm financially fit, I might go back there.